Hi, today I want to show you a movement tip for somebody with the back issues. And for many people with the back pain, have trouble bending down and then coming back up. Okay, so they have to pick something on the ground, they bend over and then coming back up, and then they feel some discomfort and pain in their back, and then so they can't really do it well, and they struggle or they avoid. They ask somebody to do it. Okay, so bending and doing this movement is something we can't really avoid every day. Alright, so how many times a day do we do bending movements? Alright, many times. We drop a paper, we bend over to pick something up. Right? To put on a sock, we have to bend over and come back up. Tying your shoes, putting on your shoes, and right, so more than you think. And every time you do that movement, and then every time you bend over, and then you do obviously have to come back up. So the question is, how do you do that? Right? Question is, how do you initiate the movement to come back up? And this is a very common thing for people with the back pain, especially they bend over, and then when they come back up by initiating movement from the back, right? By extending the back. So here's my tip. You can practice this one sitting in a chair, sitting in a couch. So just you can try it. Very simple. All right. So you sit, bend just a little bit. You don't have to bend forward very far. Pretend you have to tie your shoes. Okay. Bend over. Okay. And when you bend over, feel the weight on your feet. Okay, so there is an increased weight underneath your feet. And intentionally think about pressing your feet into the ground. Right? So you push your feet into the ground, and what happens is your body is going to lift up. You lean over, and then you feel the weight on your feet, and then starts to increase the pressure by pushing your feet into the ground, and then allowing your torso to come back up. And feel the difference. When you do that way intentionally, when you're pressing your feet into the ground to come back up, intentionally doing that way, and then intentionally by extending your back to come back up, and feel the difference in the effort in your back, and you feel the comfort in your back when you're doing the two different ways. Bend, push your feet, and come back up. And then, or bend, extend your back to bring yourself back up. Right? There are very two distinct strategies, and moving from the back is a fairly common strategy that people use. And it's not the most efficient movement strategy, and using your feet to bring yourself back up. You try it, you judge, okay? And you decide which one you like better. But when you push something, when you push your foot or feet into the ground, and then all the force is going to return through your bodies, right? And then which will bring your body up, right? And so I'll show you another example. Okay, right here. So I'm putting my hand, palm, on the wall. And then if I press my hand into the wall, okay, the wall is not going anywhere, but the force is got to return to me, right? Which pushes my body away from the wall. That, okay? And using the same principle to bend and come back up. You have the weight going to your feet, and then you're going to push your feet into the ground to bring yourself up. Right? Just like that. It's much easier because you're using your weight and then increasing the pressure underneath your feet and then letting that force return to you to bring yourself back up. Whether you're sitting or standing, same thing. When you're standing, bend over, pick something up. Same thing, you have the weight, and then you can think pushing your feet into the ground and then see how it feels. Okay? And practice that in sitting, and then practice that in standing, and then see whether you like it or not. And if you like it, there are plenty of opportunities that you can practice during the day. If you pay attention, oh, I'm bending again, here's the bending again, and then every opportunity you get to practice, and that will make a difference. If you're doing it 100 times a day and doing it in one strategy or another strategy, right? And if you find the better strategy, more efficient strategy, and then if you start to use that, at the end of the day, you will feel, your body will feel the difference. So practice, give it a try, see what you think. All right, thank you for watching, and see you next time.